I almost forgot again. Like, getting changed remembered. Luckily, I only got around to changing my pants this time. But I was going to do this anyway because it is, among other things, National Selfie Day, so I was going to use this format regardless, so good. Good, I'm glad all that worked out. Today's excuse was mostly Slay the Spire and the demo for a game called Fights in Tight Spaces. Another card-based roguelike with the distinction of being 3D and really fucking cool. Like, it's a John Wick thumb up is the best way I can think of describing it. Because you play as a guy in a fancy suit beating the shit out of people. The best thing you can do in that game is just you can throw people around and they will retain whatever they were doing. So if they were going to punch you and you move them, they will then punch the person you move them in front of. So yeah, there's quite a lot of making people knock each other out, which is quite fun. Anyway, the other days, which I'm going to have to keep turning out of the light for because I actually had to turn the computer back on to pull this up because I can't record and have it up, and there's quite a few days today and I'm not going to remember them all. So, as I mentioned, it's Father's Day. I mentioned a couple days ago that it was Father's Day this week. Today's that day. Today is also Turkey Lovers Day, which I can kind of see scanning with Father's Day, as they are the 2 days that are the third Sunday in June. It's National Selfie Day, as I mentioned. It's National Arizona Day. I don't know why we have a day for every state, and I didn't bother looking up the flag. I didn't remember to do this, really. National Daylight Appreciation Day. I live inside almost all the time. Also, I try to appreciate daylight and then it starts fucking raining because I live in England. And it's storming like crazy at the moment. Like, it's fucking warm as well. It's not as bad today as it has been the rest of the week. Minus a couple days. But yeah, warm but also rainy. Heavy, like storms. Like summer storms, which... Like, here's the thing. When I'm inside, I love storms. I love storms inside, especially with this roof. Great sounds. If I'm outside, my favourite weather is hot and cold breeze. Like hot sun, cold breeze. With a good balance where I'm never too hot, never too cold. The good just like slight wave it. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point was daylight. Which is fine. Light is fine. Daylight's fine. I have two windows in here. One. And it two. That one have to open because of Kevin. As much as Kevin's not doing great. I'm trying. I don't know what's wrong. I honestly have no idea what's wrong with the Kevin. Who I bought for a day. I bought for this series. He might not survive the year. Part of me thinks it does need repotting though, because it's sprouting way too many roots than what it needs. Is higher angles better? Higher angles are better, right? That was a selfie thing. I don't do selfies. I don't know if you've noticed this. I'm not the biggest fan of my own visage, but I also don't care. I'm indifferent towards my own visage, which is the best thing you can be, I think. Because if you're full of yourself and you like yourself, that's one thing, and you take a whole bunch of selfies, that's fine, that's up to you. But also, I wouldn't want to hate myself visually, so indifference is a good place to stand. Where was I? Go skateboarding day. I don't know how to, but they announced skate-ish. They announced it's a thing, but considering it's not got a proper title or anything, I think they've just been greenlit to do it more than there's a game. So at some point, probably in like 3 years, there will be a skate game that might be Skate 4 or might be something else. We know it's not the mobile game because the developers went, nah, no one's going to play that. Also, Tony Hawk's is coming back and I'm actually going to play it for once. I played the demo for the Xbox 360 re-release, which had mixed reviews, I think. I don't know. It seemed okay. But yeah, that's the only Tony Hawk's I've played. Mostly because every other one since has been shit, apparently. And I had Skate and Skate 3. I skipped 2 because reasons. Why would I get Tony Hawk's when I have the infinitely better series of Skate? Because it's a great series. It's just, you know, I look forward to see how EAs it up. Do we still call it EAing it up, or do we call it Activision Blizzarding it up now? Or Take-Twoing it up? I kind of like Take-Twoing it up more than anything, because they had an entire trailer for the last basketball game that legitimately was like 5 minutes of 7 billion different ways you can spend in like microtransactions. National Day of the Gong. Yes, Day of the Gong. It's a fucking great instrument, isn't it? What we're gonna do for an instrument? We're gonna take a giant piece of metal. We're gonna bend it slightly. We're gonna hang it up, and we're gonna get a big stick with a ball on the end of it and whack it. Great instrument, solid instrument. Makes a good sound. I like percussion. Percussion's fun. I like a lot of instruments. One of these days I might try and learn to play one properly. Maybe. That's me being hopeful, really, though, isn't it? I was trying to work out what the blue thing was. It's because of the angle I was at. It looked like it was part of the bed, but it's not. It's a cushion that's behind the bed. It's propped up against those shelves. And finally, there's National Peaches and Cream Day. And yes, okay, I haven't really integrated the food concept. There was the Starburst ads with the weird kid. Look it up because it's fucking strange. It's also a really good comic. Warning furries. I'm indifferent towards everything. I've established this, so I don't think I'd call myself a furry. But I also don't have any negativity towards furries. Honestly, I just follow it. I generally follow it because it's a fucking hilarious yes, it's smutty, but it's also really funny. Which is a great combination for me because I have a short attention span. Yeah, I have problems when it comes to finding that sort of stuff because, yeah, I have a short attention span. I'm like, this is boring. This is boring. What? Just give me something interesting, damn it. 30-something pages of scrolling later. Why can't I find anything? Yes, I stumbled upon some of the Peaches and Cream comics, and they are funny. They are generally just funny. All smut aside, actually just funny. So that's a thing. Those are the three things that come to my head. The actual combination of food, which I've never interacted with in real life, and don't believe it's something people actually eat. The Peaches and Cream Starbursts that were a thing for a while and had the really weird advert that, again, if you haven't heard of it, go look it up because it's fucking weird. And yeah, what is effectively it's not consistently a porn comic. Sometimes it's just a comic, but a furry comic. That much I can say for certain. Anyway, yes, that was today's video. It was longer than I expected, especially because it's in this format, and you might have noticed I changed arms a lot. Join the flock. Do the thing that's on that side wall. And it means subscribe. It's sheep. You're sheep. It's a flock of sheep. Join that said flock of sheep. Subscribe. Embrace the chaos. Share. Maybe not this. Actually, fuck it. This was a silly video. You go ahead and share this one. Although, do I want everyone to know? It doesn't matter. I generally don't care. Like I said, I'm indifferent towards anything. So share this, or at least one of the videos, or the playlist, or something. Jesus Christ, share something, because I don't get any promotion. And we're going to do it. It's probably a long way away, at least for any contribution we make directly. But it's something that needs to happen. Something that will happen in our lifetimes. Because the world, and not just in the sense of the world is constantly changing. No, in the sense of, look what's going on, right? People marching in the streets. Proving that this is more important. Some people are complaining about, you shouldn't be doing this. There's a virus going around and stuff. Yeah, exactly. All it does is show how important, how significant, and how passionate people are about the fact that y'all are bigots and shouldn't be being bigoted. I have a weird speech pattern. I will see you moving the thing so I can press stop as I do it.
tomorrow. Bye bye.